Hey guys, this is Dean from SGR Reviews. We're going to take a look at the Panasonic FZ1000. Quick rundown of the specs. It's got a 20 megapixel 1-inch sensor, 25 to 400mm equivalent zoom range, starts off at 2.8, goes down to about 4, a 2.36 million dot viewfinder, 920k dot LCD which fully articulates, can also do 1080p at 100 frames a second. It has a 3.5mm microphone jack, 12 frames a second at 20 megapixels. I've had the camera for about 2 weeks now. My first thought was it's quite a large camera, much more similar to the Canon Rebel range of cameras. It's bigger than the other Panasonics I've had, the FZ8 and the FZ1000. It's bigger than any bridge camera I've really seen, and just in its general appearance, it does look like a digital SLR. So I took the camera out last week. It's a big camera, but it's not overly heavy for the size. Compared to the Canon 550D that I used to have, plus a 17 to 50mm lens, this is definitely lighter. It's heavy compared to, say, this little Canon EOS M with a 22mm lens. It's fairly light and small and can kind of hang around your neck without you really thinking about it. Downside being, it's a pancake lens. It's stuck at 22mm. It's not very versatile. You're not going to be doing much with it. This is 25 to 400, so it's much more versatile. As far as build quality goes, it's pretty decent. It's not weather sealed, so you're not going to be taking it out in the rain, but it doesn't feel like it's about to break or anything like that. It's pretty much the same as the Canon Rebel range. One of the main features on this camera is its ability to shoot 4K video. At this price point of about $1,000 Australian, it's unheard of, and it pretty much beats any other competition. That alone, I think, is a reason to get this camera. If you're like me and you don't have a 4K monitor, being able to take 8 megapixel stills from that 4K footage is reason enough to use 4K. From start to finish, the camera is very fast. It's the fastest camera I've had in focusing, startup time, viewing images, consistently a very fast camera. At a fixed focus, it takes 12 images a second. If that is a continuous focus, it will go to about 7, which is pretty impressive. It can take about 360 shots per battery, but through my own use, I've found you can get more than that. The camera does have a digital viewfinder, but I found myself using it quite a bit really, either being sunny or just for the fact that it is a really high quality screen inside there. You can tell that it's not real life in front of you, but it honestly is fantastic. The articulating screen on the camera is fairly handy. It swivels out and turns around, so you can take selfie shots if you're into that. Under direct sunlight, it's pretty good. It is a bit reflective, but no worse than anything else. Although it's using a 1-inch sensor, which is smaller than most digital SLRs, its low light performance is pretty good. It focuses still pretty fast, but it does get a bit noisy above 3200 though. A really useful feature of this camera is its ability to shoot a photo and send it straight to the imaging app on your smartphone or tablet. You can also use it as an external viewfinder. One of the pitfalls is the absence of a headphone jack. It does have a visual aid, it shows the mic levels on the camera, but there is no way to monitor the live sound. Another pitfall might be the size of the camera. For me, it's not really an issue because you're not going to find these features on really a smaller body at this point, but for some people a bridge camera of this size is just too much and they might choose more zoom on a smaller body opposed to having 4K. Something else to note, it does start at 2.8, but as soon as you zoom in just a bit, it drops pretty quickly. It doesn't reach 4 until you're at really the end of its zoom range, but compared to say the Sony RX10 that keeps a constant 2.8 aperture, it is a downside, but realistically having 16 times zoom is, I guess, the price you pay. Depending on your budget, you might want to go for the GH4. You can change the lenses on it, which for some people that is what they want. They may have invested money into already buying all the lenses for Panasonic cameras. With this camera, you don't really have to do that. For me, not having any Panasonic lenses, this was the smarter option. All in all, I'm happy with the camera. The ability to take 4K is future-proofing it, and taking 8 megapixel samples from that makes it even better. Having a camera that can focus this fast, do burst rates that high, and pretty much gets it right every single time, even if it's low light, really makes it a joy to use. This is Dean from SGR Reviews. If you liked it, leave a thumbs up and subscribe. If you've got any questions, just comment below. We'll have a few videos coming out pretty soon.